Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very exciting video and this is the new collection from ChloeL. This is the Winter Glow collection for 2024. Now the Beige collection we usually get in spring, and I find that really weird that we've got it this year in January. And even in the US, I was seeing that there were some videos available at the end of December and they were showing off the products in their videos. I saw Erin Nicole's video and she was actually the reason why I knew that this collection was coming out. I was checking on the ChloeL website every single day after I saw that video to wait for it to come on, and the weird thing was they released it sort of like in pieces. So the Beige palette came out first, so I picked that up, and then a couple of days later the blushes and everything else was released, and then they put the advertisement up, which I find really strange that they put products on their website but then they don't advertise that they are new. So it's one of those where you have to pretty much look at everything on there to see if it has come out. So I did see this collection on Erin Nicole's video, so I knew what I wanted to pick up in this collection. I am on a no buy or a very low buy this year. I'm only purchasing products that I know that I'm going to use, things that I definitely want to use for videos, and only if I definitely need them. So pretty much I'm not going to purchase anything really unless it's ChloeL. It's one of those where this year, yeah, just not purchasing anything. So I have purchased a few of the products and I'm so excited to show you what I have on here, and it is available on the website in the UK at the moment. I think in the US it's available as well, but I know that in the US quite a few pieces have already sold out, I've heard, on the Nordstrom website. So definitely check out the ChloeL website or your boutiques. It is available in the UK January the 12th here in the boutique. So anyway, if you want to see everything I picked up from ChloeL and want to see what it looks like on my face, then just keep watching. I've zoomed you in just so you can see how the products apply. Now, as you can see, I'm wearing foundation, concealer, powder and bronzer, and that's because I didn't get my hands on the primer. I did look at swatches and I didn't really feel like I needed a new primer. I love the primers that I have anyway, and in all honesty, it looked like a more sheer version of the Healthy Glow highlighting fluid that ChloeL do anyway. I have loads of bottles of that, absolutely love it. So I felt like there wasn't any real point in me getting the primers. So the first product that I'm going to test out that I purchased is the Beige Healthy Winter Glow Blush in the shade Mauve Glace. Now, I was originally going to get this in the shade Rose, but then I did see swatches and it applied very sheer. So I thought, I don't really want a sheer blush. I like my blush to show that it's blush there. And I don't actually have any blush in my collection that's this shade, so I thought this was a very nice shade for me to pick up, completely different to what I thought it would be. And then also, I feel like it's going to go very well with the eyeshadow palette that I picked up as well. And on the website it says it retails for £54. There are 3 shades available: Rose, Coral and Mauve. And it also says it's a refreshing and luminous hint of colour for creating a fresh and natural looking healthy glow and a reinvigorated appearance. And the soft creamy powder, subtly pearlescent and incredibly silky, wakes up the complexion. An innovative powder that is soft, exceptionally creamy and lightly infused with pearlescent particles. A breath of fresh air and radiance that stays on your cheeks all throughout the day. So this seems like it's just going to be a very sheer wash of colour, and it's going to have a lovely pearl look to it as well, so it's going to be quite glowy. Now I do like that idea of it because Beige is all about the healthy skin, the healthy natural looking of the skin, so I feel like this works very well with it, and I really like the way that all these shades look. However, I feel like that this shade is probably the best one for me. So it does come in the ChloeL pouch right here. Then when you take it out, it's just the Beige packaging. So if you do have any of the Beige quints, then you would have seen this quite a lot. I have 2 of those quints and I absolutely love them. And then when you open it up, you get the brush in there, and then you also get the little thing on top, and the blush looks absolutely beautiful. That shade is really speaking to me. I feel like that this is such a great shade for winter. I'm hoping that the pearls are going to show really nicely. I am a little bit worried about trying this colour blush on my skin, but knowing there is sheer, it does make me feel a little bit better because I feel like that this might look like a massive bruise on me. So we'll see what it looks like. Hopefully it goes on sheer and beautiful, and hopefully there's a lot of sparkle in there as well. I'm just going to take my usual blush brush that I always use because then I can see what the pigment's like. I use this for all of my blushes, but this is clean. It's just dyed because I always use pink blush and it's just dyed all the bristles. So I'm going to go in here. I don't really want to ruin it because it looks so beautiful, but I'm just going to tap on the top. Okay, and then let's see what it looks like. Okay, that's definitely nowhere near as deep as I thought it would look. It doesn't even look like the same colour. I don't know if you can see. It doesn't even look like the same colour. It's so pretty though. It's not as sheer as I thought it would be, but it does look very nice. You can see that it does look very similar to what's in the pan. I can see it on my cheeks here, but I don't know if you can see it with this lighting. But it looks so pretty and it's very luminous as well. I really like it. I feel like it's so pretty. Yeah, I really like it. I thought that it was one of those where it's going to be super, super sheer that you couldn't see it, but it's really nice. I really like it, and I feel like that so many people can use this because of how nice it is. So yeah, I'm really happy and I really like this blush. Now the blush is done, I'm moving on to the eyeshadow palette, which I'm so excited for. Just look at that blush though. That is so pretty, so luminous. It looks very natural. I really, really like this blush. So anyway, we're going on to the eyeshadow palette, and this is the Beige Healthy Glow Natural Eyeshadow Palette in the shade Cool. Now, I saw this on Erin's video, and I thought it looked very, very cool toned. It looked very pink, purpley, and I wasn't really sure if I was going to like it. But then as she applied it, I was like, these are really my types of colours. I feel like it looks so beautiful, and I can't wait to actually open this up and start using it. On the website, it says the Beige eyeshadow palettes retail for £53. There are 7 shades available, but this Cool one is specifically for the Winter Glow collection. It's exactly the same as all the other eyeshadow palettes that are in the Beige collection. They're soft, creamy. I love the texture of these eyeshadows. These are actually my favourite formula from Chanel because they blend amazingly. The pigmentation is amazing. I love the satin shades, the matte shades. You can create loads of different looks. So I know that I'm really going to like this. Now I do love the way that it comes in the Beige packaging. I just think this is so beautiful. You also get the pouch. You also get the little applicators that you get as well. And I actually like the applicators. I use these applicators all the time, and these shades are so beautiful. So I knew these would be beautiful anyway, but I love how satin these are. I don't think there's a matte shade. I think the top shade might be a matte shade, but then the rest is satin, and then you get the flecks of pink goldish glitter in the darker shade. This is so beautiful. I don't know if you can see it, but that is absolutely beautiful. Like, this is more beautiful in person than I thought it would be on the website. I knew it would be pretty anyway because it's Beige. I'm going to take, I think, this shade first. I'm going to put this in the crease. On the little sponge, I'm going to take this shade here. So this one is the second lightest shade, and I'm just going to put this all over the lid. Okay, that one is a matte shade. I thought this one was actually a satin shade, but it's matte. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of this lightest sparkly shade. This is really beautiful. This is like an icy iridescent shade, so pretty. Then I'm going to flip over the sponge and I'm going to take a little bit on there and then just press this on the centre of the lid. Oh, that is so pretty. You know what? I'm going to put this all over the lid. I don't care. So nice. Then I'm going to take this darkest shade right here and I'm going to just put this on the outer corner and then also work it a little bit in the crease as well. And then I'm going to mix these two together, so this one and this one, so these two together, and I'm going to put this on the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take a little bit more of this very white shade and just put this in the corner. Okay, so eyeshadow is done and I'm going to finish off the rest of my makeup and then come back and let you know what I think of all the products. I've finished off my makeup and this is what it's looking like, and I've looked in natural lighting, I've looked in these lights, and I've put the rest of my makeup on so I can see how the rest of my products glided on with these and how it also looked like in natural lighting, because usually in studio lighting makeup looks different to how it does naturally. So I've now gathered my thoughts and I can let you know what I think about each of these products. So like I mentioned, there are products that I didn't pick up in this collection. I didn't pick up the primer because I don't feel like I needed it. I have the illuminizer and I absolutely love that. The illuminating fluids, they are so good, so I feel like that I don't really need that primer. And then I also didn't pick up the lip balms because I do not like the lip balms. The Rouge Coco Balm are some of the worst lip products that I've tried from Chanel before. I really don't like them. I have 3 shades. I didn't need to get a new shade, and I just didn't want to pick it up for the sake of the video, because you guys know exactly what I think of the formula. I feel like it's very, very drying. I just don't feel like it does anything for the lips, and it doesn't stay on all day as well. So yes, I didn't pick up those 2 products just because I knew that I wouldn't get my use out of them. I did put on Cecile from Chanel. It's the Rouge Coco 432 Cecile, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I wasn't too sure which lipsticks to put with this because I usually go for pinks or pinky nudes, but because this is more like a winter look, I thought I'd go for this one because it's sort of like a mauve shade, and I feel like that it goes very well with a blush and also with the eyes, because the eyes are very purple and very cool tone today. So I wanted a lip product that goes really well with this, so that is what I'm wearing today, and I feel like it looks so beautiful. It really goes together. So anyway, I'm going to let you know what I think of each of the products. So in all honesty, I am happy with the products that I bought from the collection. So with the blush palette, I love the shade Mauve. This is so pretty, and it's not too dark for my skin tone. I feel like because it is quite sheer, then you can build it up, but just look at that. And I also haven't put any highlighter on as well, so this is the iridescence from the blush. I am very impressed with this. I thought it was going to be very sheer. I thought I wouldn't like it, and in all honesty, I was a little bit worried about spending the £50 on this blush, because I thought, you know, if I don't like it, then I've just wasted my money, because loads of people say about the blushes from Chanel that they're not very good anymore now that they've reformulated them. I only have some limited edition ones which I like, but apparently the limited edition formulas are different to the normal formulas that they have in their collection. So I feel like usually with the blushes you can't really go wrong, but this is such a beautiful blush. It glides on very nicely. I feel like it is very pretty on the skin. I love that it has iridescence in there as well, and just look at that glow. It is so nice. Even with my skin tone, I thought it'd be too dark, but it builds up very nicely. It's not super sheer, but the shade is very beautiful. So this definitely gets a very big thumbs up from me. It's so pretty. I recommend picking up this shade if you're not really too sure what you want, or if you want something to go with the eyeshadow palette, because I feel like the blush, the eyes and the lips all go together very well. And then the final thing is the eyeshadow palette. So I do have the warm eyeshadow palette here as well, just so I can do a comparison so you can see if you need to pick up the cool one. But this actually has shocked me, because I thought that I would not like this. In person, this is stunning. You can see all the iridescence, all of the glitters in there. So beautiful. This shade, this icy shade, stunning. Absolutely love it. I've put it on the inner corner of my eye. I've put it all over the lid, and it is so beautiful. I love this eyeshadow palette. I feel like every single shade is very pigmented. The only one that was a bit disappointed in was this one, because I thought this was a satin one, but it's not. It's a matte one, and I feel like that when I was putting this one on in the crease, that it sort of melted in with this one. So the shade is very similar to each other, with this one being on the lid, and then when you blend this out, this one very pigmented. Loved it. It just added a nice little bit of depth to it. But my favorite shade definitely is the light shade. It is so beautiful, perfect glitter, and I love my eyeshadow. I feel like the look that I've created is very beautiful. They blend beautifully. They're very buttery, and I knew I wouldn't have an issue with this palette with the blendability or the pigmentation, because the Beige eyeshadow palettes are beautiful and they're definitely worth the money, and this one has actually blown me away. I'm not a cool tone person. I usually use warm tones, sort of like this palette that I'm going to show you right now. This one is a Tartelette Toasted palette. I use this most of the time, and you can see all of them are warm tones. So I'm going to show you it compared to the warm palette from Beige. I've used this so much that it is absolutely disgusting, and it actually broke because I dropped it on the floor. And as you can see, because I use it most of the time, I've hit pan on 1 shade and I'm close to hitting pan on 2 shades as well. So yes, this is one I'm always wearing. If you see me on videos having pink eyeshadow, this is literally the one I go for. So this is what they look like. They're complete opposite end of the spectrum. The warm palette is more of pinks and browns, and then the cool palette is more of purples and pinks. So that is what the difference is. But I've also noticed that the cool palette is very iridescent as well. So you have 3 of the shades in there that are very iridescent, other than the matte shade that you have. And then with the warm palette, you have 3 shades again that are iridescent, and you have a matte transition shade, and then you have the lighter shade as well. So I like both of these palettes. I obviously will get more use out of the warm palette. I have bought a backup of it because I use it that much. But the cool tone palette is just, I feel like it's gorgeous. I absolutely love it. So anyway, this is my review of the Chanel Winter Glow collection. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you've picked up any of these products and if you like them, if you don't, just comment down below to let me know. And also let me know what you think of the products that I've tried out today. Do you like them? Do you not like them? Do you feel like they're worth the money? I personally feel like both of these are worth the money and they're absolutely beautiful and the products that I'm going to be using a lot. And make sure that you give this video a very big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye!